I'm speaking with Ryan Guthrie, Director of Network Integrity at Advanced Technologies and Services, about some of the products and services that ATS offers. So tell me a little more about ATS and the types of products and services you offer to telecommunications and cable companies.
Advanced Technologies and Services has been in service since about 1995. It's almost 20 years. And when we started, we were first really in the landline business, doing a lot of work in network audits with our flagship tool, SymCall, which is a switch auditing tool, finding things like routing and rating errors. And actually, it's still a good part of our business today. But over the years, we've progressed as technologies have. So we do a lot of work in landline still, but we also work in wireless, voice over IP, cable, DSL, things like that. But primarily looking for revenue leakage from the network through mediation all the way to billing. And we also work on cost savings, so a lot of the work we do saves for manpower and the time that it would take for a company typically to complete a task, as well as reducing calls from customer service and repair by fixing errors before the customers actually encounter the problem on their line. And by doing all that, we typically increase customer profitability and the lifetime customer value, decrease churn rates, identify fraud, and just ensure overall network integrity from end to end.
How are you using big data analytics to deliver actionable information to your customers faster and better than before?
So big data has kind of become a big buzzword over the past year or so, but if we talk to other people in telecom and a lot of carriers, they'll say big data is not so new. We've been dealing with big data for years. So the difference really is not that the amount of data has increased that much, it's really the ability to process it that's changed. So here at ATS, we kind of leverage a mix of homegrown data centers along with some cloud computing for storage and cluster processing with software to process the amount of data at speeds that we've never really seen before. If you had asked us 3 years ago, even 2 years ago, if we could process a petabyte of data a day, we'd say, no way, you're crazy. But that's actually what we're doing now, processing about a petabyte a day for customers, including switch data, call detail records, cable IPDRs, billing records, among other data types. So it's really that the new technologies allow for structured and unstructured data to be stored and processed and indexed so that you can search the data faster than you ever could before. Some of our customers were storing and querying 5 years back data, which meets the requirements for storage, and will also assist for things like subpoena requests. And when we put all this together, we're presenting it in near real-time dashboards with alarming capabilities so customers can be preventative in their revenue assurance efforts instead of just reactive. And it's really the ability to leverage the cloud computing that really allows customers to do that now.
How is ATS using social network analytics to do things like reduce churn and identify fraud for carriers?
When most people hear about social network analytics, they think Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or sites like that. But when we talk about social network analytics in telecom, what we're really talking about are the social connections between people's friends and family, who you talk to on a daily basis or who has influences within your social circles. And here at ATS, we're processing millions of voice and SMS records every day. That gives us a lot of insight into those social circles and who are influencers within those circles and what they can do. So by leveraging some of that big data processing we were talking about and some proprietary statistical algorithms we've come up with, we're able to analyze that social network data super fast and identify trends and influences within that circle for things like churn. We've done a lot of research to find that when a customer churns, depending on the cause of their churn, they can have a big influence on other people in their social network to churn as well. So by identifying that, we're able to actually predict customers who are going to churn and give those customers to the carriers to reach out to try to save the customer. And then other things we find that social networks gives us the ability to improve recommendation engines. So we not only identify a customer who's likely to churn, but we can say, based on their social network, 3 of their friends have HBO, they don't. So if they're a likely candidate to churn, maybe you should reach out and offer them 6 months of free HBO, and it's a good chance of saving them. So social network analytics give us the ability to look at things like that. And then also we're able to prevent fraud by identifying those inside of social networks of other people committing fraud. It's probably no surprise that people who figure out how to fraud the system tell their friends how to do it. So by looking at people who commit fraud, we're able to identify and prevent other fraud from happening. And the uses of the social network analytics are expanding every day, and we're finding new uses for it every day. So it's really a growing area for our company.
Thanks so much for speaking with us today, Ryan. For more information on advanced technologies and services, visit www.atso.com.